Family Management Services provides services for individuals and couples who are striving to have children. We help them throughout their emotional journey through finding the right doctor, the right resources, and their plan of action to overcome their struggles. We discussed in our book, Winwood today, The Mother's Prayer, Father's Desire, and God's Promise, our 12-year journey with infertility, and how we overcame our struggles and emotional aspects.
One of the things that we addressed in the book was the male perspective. In the male perspective, we highlighted the emotional highs and lows that a man goes through as he supports his wife through this process of infertility and trying to have children. One of the things that's currently overlooked is the fact that the pain that the man experiences while supporting the wife is often overlooked. But it's really that emotional connection that he makes while supporting his wife is what makes the process more fruitful and rewarding at the end.
I'm Rabbi Mark Israel, Associate Rabbi here at Temple Beth Hillel Bethel. I've had the pleasure of knowing Elijah and Shelley LaPrince for several years and had their children in our religious school here. This past spring, they came to me with their new book, Mother's Desire, Father's Prayer, and the struggle with infertility. And I read it over the summer, and it moved me in ways that I did not expect. They were so open in sharing their own experiences, intimate details of their experiences in ways that helped for me, who has not gone through that experience, to get a small window into what they were going through. And also for people who have gone through such experiences or who are going through those experiences, to be able to know that they are not alone. One of the things that I found most important for myself as a rabbi was when they talk about what are the things that are helpful and what are the things that are not helpful to say to people who may be having fertility issues, or who you may not be certain whether or not they're having fertility issues. And I think all too often we try to say things that we think will be of comfort without realizing the impact that it may have on somebody who may be struggling. And so I think that this book is very important for people who may be going through these issues, for people who know people who are going through infertility issues, and to all of us to be able to talk about things that we often are not talking about in our society, certainly not talking about nearly enough.
I am so glad to be here. I want to just tell you thank you so much, Dr. Shelley LaPrince and Rabbi Elijah LaPrince for the great workshop and presentation that you gave today. Why? Because I feel as though you have given a voice to people like me who have suffered with infertility because of health reasons, and thought that, this was something that was embarrassing at one time, where you were afraid to talk in public about it. But I want to tell you thank you for making us more health conscious, and also not to stop praying, and to be very hopeful that someday a change can come. And now my husband and I are very grateful because we do have 2 beautiful children, not necessarily through IVF, but through prayers and also medical attention. So I just want to tell you thank you, and may this effort go global, not just in America, but I think that this voice and this message needs to be heard all over the world. I wish you all the best in your endeavor.
One thing that was the most important is the recent study that the Americans are not reproducing enough children to replace ourselves. The study states that for every 1,000 women, 2,100 babies need to be born to replace the Americans. One thing that's missing in the study talks about a reduction in teenage pregnancy, as well as many couples pursuing their goals and dreams and not focusing on producing a family until later in life. One key component that is missing in this study studied is the factor of infertility. More resources, research, and assistance is needed to help families who are financially stricken, as well as education to help people produce children and to help reduce this number. Infertility is a major factor that is not new, but has not received enough support within the media, as well as through government support in ensuring that all Americans receive coverage, health coverage for infertility.